Hello everyone, this is Jeff Wermuth, the Wizard of OC Realtor, and this is also Realtor Real Talk. So let's just jump right in this. Today we're discussing a home inspection versus a request of repairs and how it all plays out. So you've done a home inspection. He or she has walked you through the house as a buyer and gone over all the items through that house that may be of concern. I also highlight the good stuff, the bad stuff, and items that are not necessarily needed to be repaired, but something to keep an eye on down the road, which is deferred maintenance. So the home inspection came through, you've reviewed it, I get a copy as an agent, and then we're gonna go over it together and we're gonna figure out if there's items that you do wanna ask for in the request of repairs. Please remember, request of repairs do not have to even be acknowledged by the seller. It's a yes, no, or a maybe. So when you ask for items, don't ask for the little stuff. If something is major concern to you, yes, if there's a leak in the roof, if there's a fire door missing, it's been replaced, safety items, exposed wire, stuff like that are reasonably requested to be repaired. And again, they don't have to be. However, it will play out in certain scenarios. For instance, if you have an FHA loan or a VA loan, there are items in that house that must be repaired in order for the lender to be satisfied to let you borrow money on that house. So as a listing agent, when I am briefing my clients that are listing their homes, when it comes to offers coming through, I will let them know, hey, you guys, you might get an all cash offer, you might get a standard 20% down loan, or you might get an FHA or a VA. Those two have items that must be repaired. Here's examples: peeling paint, HVAC systems, heating items, leak in the roof. But the peeling paint, they don't want a new buyer to get into a home where it needs a lot of work. So as a new buyer, if you're looking at properties and you're getting an FHA loan, you want to get as turnkey as possible, unless you have a lot of extra money and you can prove that. But then if you do have that, you would probably get a standard loan. So again, let's get back to the request of repairs. And again, this will be in a link down below so you can review it. Page number 1 is just that. 1 is repairs. Section 1B is termite. How does termite come into play? Well, we'll let you know. Section 3 is very important. That's the FHA, VA loans that we just discussed, that items must be repaired in order for the loan to be satisfied and for the deal to move on. Otherwise, the buyer can cancel. And that nobody wants that to happen. Number 4 and 5 area is the contingency removals. So you've asked for repairs, the seller comes back and says, hey, we'll do these, but we won't do those. And we want you to remove a contingency here. So there's our strategies involved in that as well. So those are the contingency removals. Page 2, again, is the seller's response. Yes, no, or maybe. And again, that's the seller's responses are on page 2, how they're going to handle those requested repairs. Please keep in mind, when you get a home inspection, it is to tell you what you're buying, not necessarily an opportunity for you to come back and go, we want a price reduction, we want this fixed or that fixed. You got to remember, the sellers have been living in this house for a long time. And if those items, if they're satisfied with living there with those items, they're going to have a tough time to replace them for a new buyer when they were living with it just the way it was. So kind of keep that in mind. Doesn't mean you can't ask for things, just don't nitpick. And you kind of want to keep things flowing along. But again, there are items that must be repaired, and then there's items that they can respond with just a simple no. Let's talk about termite. On the regular RPA, you used to ask for termite. It was written in the contract. And you had to check the boxes, of course. Now it's not there anymore. It's under reports. So if I'm writing an offer for my buyers, I will write in there, we want a termite and wood destroying pests in the termite report, section 1, work to be done. What does that mean? Okay, if I just said termite report, that's all they're required to give us is a termite report. If I ask for a termite report with wood destroying pests and work to be done in section 1, well, that's a whole different thing. That means they're going to get the termite report, they're going to get rid of the termites, and then they're going to fix the wood destroying pests like wood rot, which comes from heat or moisture. So fascia boards a lot of times get rotten. They can stick a stick right through it. But if you don't ask for those to be replaced and you're just asking for termite clearance, well, guess what? They're going to give you termite clearance. Most people would do all of it. Termite companies are very good about doing the work in section when they know what is needed for a house to be put through with a certification to satisfy a lender. But it is important how you write it. So if you don't have an experienced agent and they know what to do, well, you could be leaving money on the table, or you could be stuck with some expenses down the road that you weren't expecting because you didn't ask for it properly in the first place. So again, termite and wood destroying pests report with clearance cert is what you want to ask for. If you have any questions on this, please feel free to reach out to the Wizard of OC. And again, this was the home inspection versus requested repairs and how to use it to your advantage and not leave money on the table. Thank you again, and look forward to the next statement from Realtor Real Talk.